Govannen Niblings, let's play LotRO, episode 79. So I'm back in the North Downs, finishing things up before I continue with the epic quest. So I never finished the exploration deeds here, so I've just got a few here. I'm going to do the Eastern Ruins here. I need to do Stronghold exploration. This is the meta deed here for all of the exploration deeds, explore the North Downs. So I need to do Strongholds, exploration, the Eastern Ruins, and Villages of the Earthkin. So, and I haven't triggered Villages of the Earthkin yet. So I'm going to go trigger that now. And there's a quest I can turn in while I'm doing that. So we're heading into the Eastern North Downs, which is adjacent to Angmar. And we'll end up in Angmar much later, but here you can see this is one of the gates that leads one of the passes into Angmar. It's, and then this is another of the passes into Angmar. So those are in Lord of the Rings Online anyway, those are the two ways in and out of Angmar. And that's why Estelden is here to guard it, to prevent the forces of Angmar from overrunning Eriador. Alright, so here's the first village. Alright, and I'm probably going to need to look up the locations of all those. And there's a bunch of quests here.
The York can have need of your help.
But I'm not going to bother doing these. I will...
Little wanderers should not be here.
We'll turn in this quest, just because I already had it. So that gave me much of fate. But I'll keep the item that I already have. Alright. So like I said, skipping all these quests because I'm done with North Downs quests. Alright, so these are the three deeds. So Ostkrithlank is around here somewhere. And it was one of the fortresses of Arthedain. In its defenses against Angmar. Hisuk and Tumat, I believe, are both down in Denon. But I will, while I'm doing this, I will use my phone and look up the locations of all of the villages. Alright, Ostkrithlank is around here somewhere. Oh, I believe this is it, up on this hill here. There's another pass to Angmar. Actually, so there are 3 passes. I forgot about that. So somewhere in here it should trigger Ostkrithlank. Or these hillmen who live here. And this would be a good place for me to quest for my level. Alright, there we go. Discovered Ostkrithlank. So yeah, this would be a good place for me to quest on my level, but like I said, there are other zones where I can quest currently, and I want to focus on that to do the quest deeds. Alright, so I got the LotRO points and completed that deed. Alright, let me look up these while I'm writing. Alright, I found one of them already. Oops. Getting attacked. Alright, so I'm going to LotRO Wiki to look up the locations. And a lot of times I don't need to do that because I I've managed to remember where a lot of the deed locations are. But in this case, I don't. Alright, so I need to find Karlak and Limakoti. Alright, so they're both kind of up on this hill, it looks like. If you look up the deed on LotRO Wiki, the villages of the Earthkin, there's a map down at the bottom that shows where these places are. So yeah, so I found Fashak Luang. Oh, it looks like Limakoti is up in this pass here, so I'll have to go up there to trigger that. That shouldn't be a problem, though. But Karlak is up here, and I'm trying to avoid aggroing too many of these. Alright, there we go. There's Karlak. So got that one. And I don't really need to do exploration deeds, but it does boost my virtues when I complete them. So that's one reason to do them. I also get these rejuvenation potions, which, like I said in a previous video, you can sell in the auction house. And I actually sold an item recently, so I've got a little bit of money now because I found, I think it was a lockbox, and I sold that lockbox on the auction house for about 2 gold in between episodes. So you can make some pretty decent money selling lockboxes and keys and rejuvenation potions on the auction house. Definitely enough to get a couple of mounts from Hangstacer Farm, like the one I'm riding right now. So even if you're a brand new player, that's a good way to do things. Although you do want to be careful about hitting the currency cap. You can look up what that is on the wiki, but if you're a free player, you're limited in how much money you can have. So make sure you look that up, so that you, because any money you get beyond that is lost. And there are ways around that. If you go to a Vault Keeper, they have a shop option when you interact with them, and one of the things they sell is these gold coin items that you can buy, and you can only get them from Vault Keepers, and they resell for their purchase price. So that's kind of a way around the currency cap. It's also a way to trade money. Alright, so I need to go up through this pass, starting to get into Angmar. It's kind of right on the edge of Angmar is where this last village of the Earthkin is. And I may end up doing quests here, so I probably could have just waited to do this deed when I come up into Angmar to do quests. Because see, now I'm technically in Angmar. So, you know, that's one option. You don't necessarily have to go out of your way to do exploration deeds. Also, it's a lot easier to do exploration deeds after you've out-leveled the zone entirely, so that all the enemies in the zone are gray, and they won't attack you. That's just one way you can do it. A lot of times that's what I do when I'm playing new characters. Alright, so there's Limakoti, and we'll be back here at some point. Alright, so I finished that one. So now I just need to do the Strongholds. The Strongholds deed that I'm about to do in particular is pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult to do on some characters. until you've outleveled that zone, because, like I said, it's down here in Dol Dinin, which is kind of a tough area. Lots of dangerous orcs there, and if you're not careful, you can get overwhelmed. And the combination of the fact that I know what I'm doing when it comes to running off enemies, and that I'm a pretty tough Bjorning and have access to a lot of heals, means I'll be able to handle it. But if you're a new, inexperienced player, I would recommend just continuing to level and waiting to come back after all of the monsters here are gray, and then do all the exploration deeds. Unless you're also trying to do the Slayer deeds as well, in which case you could do the Slayer and the exploration deeds together. But like I said, a lot of times when I play new characters, I wait until, like, I'll do all of Eriador. I'll get all the way to level 50. You know, finish all of Eriador. And then I'll go back through all of Eriador, do all the exploration deeds, and then I'll move on to Moria, which is the zone after Eriador, or the region after Eriador. And I'll just, you know, spend a couple hours getting all the deeds done that I want, so I don't have to go back to those areas. I also don't really do much of the epic books a lot of times when I'm doing new characters, but I'm doing them on this video series because they are the main story in the game, and that's what I want to show you. Alright, so I've got to go all the way south. So there's 2 passes from Nan Emlung. Oh, this bat dismounted me. I'll just run it off. There's this main road, and you can that's kind of easier to find to get into Dol Dinin. And then there's this pass through these hills here. It's kind of tricky to do. You have to climb over some hills. I usually just take the road. You can, if you know what you're doing, squeezing through here, you can avoid some fights or some hostile mobs. So, but I'm not too worried. I'm pretty good at squeezing between aggro radii. No, I angered those. I think I can outrun them though. So this is Dol Dinin. Lots of quests here, lots of orcs. This is basically an army sent by Angmar to attack all of Eriador, essentially. Alright, so there's all these trolls here too. And notice a lot of these are elites. So it's tough stuff up here. I'm gonna start building up some wrath, because I'm really getting pounded here. Use a heal. Ooh, it's actually looking a little dangerous for me right now. I think I'm gonna make it though. Yeah, so a weaker character may have already died at this point. Alright, but I should have them all run off soon. Hopefully. Hopefully. Well, maybe I can get up here and run the last of them off. Still an orc. There it goes. Did it run off? I think it ran off. Alright, I'm out of combat. Whew, that was close. Alright, I'm gonna use some honey cake. And get back on my horse. Alright, so I found one of them at that point. On my way up here, I found one of the exploration points. Hyssuk. So the last one is Tumat, which is right in here. It's this hillman camp. So I'm just going to run in and run out real quick. There we go. That triggered it. Alright, now let's see if I can run these off. I'm going to jump down this hill. Alright. Let's see if I can get them to reset. No, they're after me. Alright. This isn't good. Okay, I think I ran the hillman off. I just got this one orc. But it's an elite. It's one level over me. I think I can take it. And then I can just get out of here. There we go. Alright. Safely out of combat. Alright, that was tough, but I did complete it. I completed the exploration deeds. So I'm all done. Now, before I get attacked again, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna use my return to Estelden skill. Because I haven't taken a screenshot. For this episode. Okay. So, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I know it's a little bit of a short episode, but I don't really have time to get into anything else. Yeah, I'll just leave all those and let them expire. So, next episode, I will be continuing on with the epic books. And I'll head on to Rivendell. Now, the path to Rivendell... Let me get in a spot where I can show you. Alright, so I already checked on this. I tried... There is a Stable Master route from South Bree here to Rivendell, a swift travel route. But turns out I have to have already been to Rivendell and discovered the route to get there. I thought I could find a way around it, but I can't. The best I can do is I'm going to have to swift travel to Ostgaruth here in the Lone Lands, and then I'm going to have to ride by myself all the way through the Troll Shaws to Rivendell. So I don't think I'm going to do that on camera. It's pretty boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this ride from Ostgaruth to Rivendell off camera, and then the next episode will start. I'll start up here in the High Moors so I can ride down into Rivendell and you can see it. And I'll talk more about the Lone Lands. I'll show you around the Lone Lands when I'm actually questing, or not the Lone Lands, the Troll Shaws, when I'm actually questing there. So you won't miss anything. You'll still see everything there. But I'm just not going to bother showing it all on camera right away. Not the long trip up there, anyway. Alright. Tune in next time, Niblings.